I didn't stumble into longevity by accident. I didn't get these results by guessing. I built this body in reverse its biological age by engineering a system alongside some of the best longevity doctors in the country and world-class nutritionists. I won't lie to you. I have spent serious money to get there. I have paid for elite biomarker testing. I have experimented with high-end protocols. I've swallowed thousands of dollars worth of supplements. And yes, every single dollar was worth it because the results are real. I can feel them in my energy levels, and I can prove them on a lab report. But along this expensive journey, I discovered a truth that the wellness industry doesn't want to admit. The most powerful parts of my system were completely free. You don't need a fortune to live a long life. You don't need a concierge doctor or a cabinet full of luxury supplements. What you need is the right knowledge, the right habits, and the system that actually works with your biology, not against it. Longevity isn't about chasing immortality or trying to be a billionaire biohacker. It's about thinking clearly. It's about moving without pain and feeling strong, sharp, and alive, year after year. This channel exists to break down what actually works, what's just marketing hype, and what you can start doing today. No matter your age, your budget, or your starting point, if you care about living longer and better, if you want to control over your health instead of just reacting to problems, then you are in the right place. This is not biohacking for the elite. This is longevity for a real life. There is a misconception right now that health is something you buy. We see tech moguls spending $2 million a year on a blood plasma exchange and we think, well, I guess I'll just age then because I can't afford that. That is a trap. It is a billionaire's trap. The truth is 80% of your longevity outcome is determined by epigenetic factors that cost $0. Your DNA is not your destiny, it is a blueprint. But your habits are the construction crew. And you don't need to pay that crew over time if you know how to manage them. Today I'm going to share the $0 protocol. These are the 4 pillars of my personal system that deliver the highest return of investment for my biological age reversal. I tracked the data. I saw the numbers move. And none of this required a credit card. If you do these 4 things, you will outperform 99% of people who are just buying expensive multivitamins and hoping for the best. Pillar number 1 is what I call circadian anchoring. When I first started this journey, I looked for the best energy supplement. I wanted a pill to fix my morning grogginess and my afternoon crash. I tried them all. None of them worked as well as the sun. Your body is a clock. Every single cell in your body, from your liver to your skin to your brain, has a 24 hours rhythm. When these clocks get out of sync, we call it circadian disruption. And circadian disruption is now classified as a probable carcinogen. It accelerates aging, destroys your sleep quality, and wrecks your metabolism. Let's start the protocol. Within 30 minutes of waking up, get outside. Not through the window. Glass filters out the specific spectrum of light you need. I get the direct photon energy into my eyes for 10 minutes. Why it works? This triggers a cortisol pulse early in the morning. Now we usually think cortisol is bad, but an early morning peak is essential. It sets the timer for your day. It tells your body, we are awake, which starts a countdown timer for the release of melatonin 12 to 14 hours later. If you miss this morning light, your melatonin release is delayed. That means you struggle to fall asleep. Your repair hormones like human growth hormone don't fire correctly and you age faster. The cost? $0. Benefit? Better sleep, higher alertness, and optimized hormonal health. And while you are out there, walk. Which brings us to pillar number 2. Pillar number 2. If this protocol could be bottled into a pill, it would be the most expensive drug in the history. It treats depression, prevents diabetes, reduces heart disease risk, and literally cleans your brain. It's called Zone 2 training, and you don't need a peloton to do it. Zone 2 is a specific intensity of movement where you can maintain a conversation, but it feels a little strained. You aren't gasping for air, but you couldn't sing a song. When you exercise at this specific intensity, you're training your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells. As we age, our mitochondria become inefficient. They produce less energy and more exhaust, oxidative stress. This dysfunction is a hallmark of aging. Zone 2 training forces your body to build more mitochondria and makes the existing ones more efficient and burning fat for fuel. The next step of the protocol. I aim for 150 minutes a week. That sounds like a lot, but it breaks down to a 30 minutes brisk walk or slow jog 5 days a week. You don't need a gym membership. You need the gravity and the floor. In addition to the walking, I do bodyweight strength training. Push-ups, air squats, lunges. We know that the muscle mass is the retirement fund on longevity. If you lose muscle, you lose independence. How does $0 strategy look like? Do not overcomplicate this. Put on your shoes, walk out your door, walk fast enough that you get warm. Do that for 30 minutes, then drop down and do 3 sets of push-ups. If you did that, you have just done more for your longevity than a $200 session in a cryotherapy chamber. Pillar number 3, nutrition. This is where people waste the most of money. We have been sold the idea that the healthy food means organic acai bowls, imported goji berries, and grass-fed steaks that cost $30 a pound. But when you look at the blue zones, those areas in the world where people live to 100 at the highest rates, they aren't shopping for a Whole Foods. They are eating what I call a peasant diet. The most nutrient-dense foods on the planet are often the cheapest. My cheap superfoods list: sardines. They cost about $2 a can. They are packed with omega-3s, calcium and protein. They are low in mercury. Lentils and beans, the cornerstone of longevity diets worldwide. High fiber, high protein, incredibly cheap. Fiber is the favorite food of your gut microbiome, and a healthy gut is essential for a healthy immune system. Tofu, the cheapest high-quality protein you can find. Frozen berries, often cheaper than fresh, and because they are frozen at peak ripeness, they actually retain more antioxidants, polyphenols, than the fresh ones that have been sitting on a truck for 2 weeks. Stop looking for hacks in the supplement aisle. Supplements are the last 2% of the equation. The other 98% is avoiding processed sugar and eating whole single ingredient foods. If it has a label with 50 ingredients, it's a product, not a food. Real food doesn't need an ingredients list. Save your money. Buy beans, buy tofu, buy frozen veggies. Your cells will thank you, and so will your bank account. Pillar number 4, hormetic stress. Hormesis is a biological concept where a short burst of stress triggers a massive adaptive response that makes you stronger. Think of it like a vaccine for aging. You introduce a small stressor, and your body overcompensates by repairing itself. Rich biohackers spend thousands on infrared saunas and high-tech cold plunges, but you can also have the free version. Cold showers. Turn the knob to cold for at least 60 seconds of your shower. It's miserable, I hate it, but it triggers a release of norepinephrine and dopamine, mood, that lasts for hours. It trains your vascular system to constrict and dilate, keeping your blood vessels elastic. Another thing, fasting, the ultimate free longevity tool. When you stop eating for 12, 14 or 16 hours, your body switches from growth mode to repair mode, autophagy. It starts cleaning your damaged cells. You save money on food and you clean your cells. You don't need a $5,000 plunge tub. You need your bathroom shower and the discipline to skip your late night snack. Here is the reality. I spent the money so I can tell you the truth. The magic isn't in the purchase. The magic is in the consistency. You can buy the best running shoes in the world, but they won't run marathon for you. You can buy the most expensive supplements, but they can't undo the damage of poor sleep and processed food. My biological age didn't reverse because of the check I wrote to the lab. It reversed because I showed up every day to do the free work. I went outside, I walked, I ate simple food. I prioritized sleep. This is the circular longevity approach. We use science to simplify, not to complicate. I want you to pick one of these free pillars to start this week. Just one, maybe it's the morning light, maybe it's the cold shower. Let me know in the comments. Which free habit are you starting tomorrow? If you want to see exactly what I eat in a day, my specific peasant diet recipes that are delicious and cheap, click this video right here. Don't let the money be your excuse. Start today. Live long. See you in the next one.